back, everybody. Welcome back. I'm Dave Guerra. This is the Weekly Leader, and welcome. So let's get started. You know the premise: two news stories and one leadership issue. So without further delay, let's get started. Something's tickling my nose. Alrighty. So first one, and again, as a veteran, this one really hits. Yahoo, on the Yahoo website, there was a news article there. It talked about five recent suicides on the USS, or related to sailors on the USS George Washington, and it's a concern. Five is now magically a concern. Folks, no. See, the issue here, right off the bat, is the wording of that. Why does it take five suicides to be a concern? Why is it's five the trigger? No, that's five too many. On the USS George Washington, there are about 2,700 sailors, and it's just five that are apparently that have committed suicide for whatever reason known to them. And again, the issue here is plain and simple. It begins at the top. This is a mental health concern. It begins at the top. It's the management, the leadership, those individuals in charge, those individuals responsible for those sailors, all 2,700, and really all sailors across the Navy. And it's not just the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, the United States Army, everyone. All those commanders, they're the ones responsible for those troops. And if they are not looking out for them, if all they're worried about leaders, if you find yourself in a situation is like you're more worried about how your people are going to make you look as opposed to how you're taking care of those individuals, and by taking care of them, they're going to make themselves look great and you even better. So it's one of those things that you can't just assume they're going to be doing good all the time, that they're okay all the time. You as leaders, current and future leaders, you definitely have to step up. You definitely have to check in. You definitely have to get out from behind your desk and walk to their office and say, hey, how's it going? Because maybe sometimes that's all the difference. That's all the difference. But if you're too wrapped up running the organization from behind a desk, then you have no business running an organization. Because again, it's those individuals on the front lines. They're the ones that are making it happen. They're the ones that are putting steel on target, and they're making it happen. And because they're making it happen and make you look good, folks, there's no other way around it. You have to get up from behind your desk and you have to take care of your people. You have to get to know them. I know, the commander of the boat, 2,700 individuals, but you know what? You can start. You can start. Get to know who's driving your engines. Get to know who's cooking your food. Get to know who's out there defending that ship. That's a priority for me. Because if I'm taking care of the cooks, they're going to take care of everybody else. I'm taking care of the people that are defending the boat from attacks. Everybody else will be happy that they don't have to worry. See how that works? But if you're not worried about taking the time to get out and walk around your ship and get to know the people, and again, I'm not just talking about the military. This applies in every other field. In every other field. That if you're just too busy to be a leader, then maybe you don't need to be a manager. And it's just that simple. So again, this concern has far more reaching implications because it's across the board. If it's happening on one ship, it's happening on other ships, on other bases, and other deployments, and other situations. It's not unique to the Navy. I promise you that. It's not unique to the Navy. And because of that, it should not be a cookie-cutter approach to resolving the issue, but what it is just at least taking the time to say, hey, let's check up on the mental health, the mental well-being of all of these individuals. They're worried about being combat ready, combat effective, being combat fitness. How about mental fitness? What are they doing about that? And really, it's very limited if that's happening. All right, next thing. It's a big one, I know, but the next one. The NFL draft. The NFL, the National Football League, has its annual draft where they draft college players or college eligible players or players that are done with college and now are ready to join the ranks of the NFL if they're ready. And it's this week. It begins this coming week. And one of the things that I like to look at and equate it to business on the business side or any place else. This is that opportunity where, well, you recruit who you want. You're looking at what you need in your organization. Some organizations need a quarterback. NFL organizations need a quarterback. Other organizations, maybe your organization, you're looking for an accountant. Maybe you're looking for a certified purchaser. Maybe you're looking for a certified arc welder. Again, whatever the situation is, this is that time when you're looking for them. You're recruiting. You're actively on the hunt for them and trying to find out who's the best fit. And then the draft, between the draft and the final cutoff, is several months away. I mean, they don't have to get to their 52-man roster until the end of August of this year. It's that break-in period. So you start figuring out, okay, is this person going to work with us? Is this person going to be a good part of the team? Is everybody going to fall in line with this individual? And will this individual fall in line with everybody else? So that being said, you start looking at them. First, they look good on paper. There was this combine not so long ago where they went and ran the 100-yard dash. They went and jumped, see how vertical, how high they could jump, and if they could jump more than 16 inches, they're the perfect fit for this team. I don't understand that either, but it's okay. Either way, so they look good on paper, and then their college or their past performance, they look great. They're going to be drafted, or you're looking at them. But what happens if they're not a good fit? What if they only look good on paper? They only look good in college, but they're not ready to take it to the professional level. What if they haven't matured enough? A lot of organizations gamble on that their maturity. Oh, they'll mature in camp. The other players will bring them in. They'll get them. But then there are just some individuals that they go and they all they see is dollar signs. All their family sees is dollar signs. All their friends see is dollar signs. They don't actually see that it's going to take another level of work behind it. And oh, you got drafted. You're in. Millions of dollars. We're moving to Miami. And you hear those stories. Just peel back a layer if you've not heard one. Just peel back a layer, and you'll see. You'll see that family, all of a sudden, that comes out of the woodwork. Friends, all of a sudden, are like your representative. Oh, I'm so and so's business manager. No, it doesn't work that way. But what it does is it shows that, hey, maybe they're not ready. Maybe they're hanging around with the wrong crowd. Maybe they're hanging around with the wrong group, and they are not ready to perform at the professional level. Because again, those around them, those that gravitate around them, those that they've allowed to be around them, are not letting them grow, not letting them mature. Yes, even at family. Even family will do that. So you're out there, you need an arc welder. You need an accountant. You need someone to fill in, but are they ready to fill in? They might look good on paper. Oh, they graduated summa cum laude, top of their class, the highest certification grade ever attained in the past 10 years, and that's fine. They got the skills. They got the hard skills, but what about their soft skills? Are they ready for that? Leaders, that's where it falls on you. You need to make that determination. You need to make that determination quick, fast, and definitely without delay. It is that simple. So again, keep an eye on what's going on. Keep an eye on what you need, but be careful on who you bring in, who you're recruiting. Because again, that could make the difference between success and failure, or another rebuilding season, aka Dallas. But that's just my opinion. All right, so now we're at that point in the show where we bring in an issue. And today's issue is listening. Yes, current, future leaders, you need to be great listeners. You need to be excellent listeners. You need to be the best listener that ever listened. Don't be someone, well, to become someone they're going to listen to, you have to be listening as well. You have to be paying attention to what is being said around you. You have to keep your ears open. You have to be listening to what's going on in the other room sometimes, as well as what's going on right here, what you're focusing on. Sometimes you have to hear what's coming down the hallway. Helicopter flies over the house. Okay, well, it happens. But then a string of helicopters flying over the house, well, something's going on. See what I'm saying? Sirens are going off. Again, that's good listening. That's good. You're paying attention. But, as I mentioned, to be a leader that people will listen to, you have to be an even better listener. Don't be someone that people just hear from, that make the noise, that falls into the background and we ignore. Because that's what happens when we hear that drone of the AC unit, or we hear the hum of the computer as the hard drives are spinning up. What happens is we drown it out. We mute it. We stop listening to it. We stop paying attention, because all we're doing is hearing a noise. We don't want that. We need to be better listeners. So start paying attention to what's going on around you. Start really, really, truly listening to what people are saying. Start understanding that, hey, there's more to this than we need to be doing. There's more that we need to be doing. There's more that we must be doing. And doing that definitely works. So, with that being said, pay attention, start listening to others before you start talking. Start listening to yourself before you say things that others are just going to hear and ultimately ignore because you're just going to fade into the background. It takes time, but it is an issue that needs to be addressed. You need to listen. Less talk, more listening. And then when you talk, they're going to listen because you're teaching them that to be a great leader is you need to be an even better, greater, larger, huge listener. Practice the art of listening. All right, everybody. Well, that's the end of the show. I want to thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to follow me on my social media, all right here, all the links there. Stop by, say hello, and then, we'll have a chat or two. But in the meantime, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for watching this week's episode of The Weekly Leader. Until next week, take care. Talk to you soon.